Kinsley.
And I'm Kim.
And today we're going to show you how to assemble the H55T.
And if you'll follow along with your manual, in the front you'll find a life-size drawing so you can measure your bolts so you'll know which ones are correct. Okay, so we're going to do the first step, and that's to put your wheel on. You'll need the wrench and the hex key that came with your unit. And what you'll do is you'll put the bolt inside the frame, put the wheel on the inside of the frame, then you'll put the nut on, and then go ahead and tighten it down.
Now that we got those wheels on both sides, I went ahead and pulled the upright wire along with the ground wire. But first, we're going to put the cap into the frame. It's a little easier if you put the top part in before the bottom, and then just push it in. Now, we're going to screw the silver ground screw into the ground wire on the frame.
For the next step, you'll need the left upright, and it says left on it. And you'll take the wire tie that's already threaded through, and you'll tie the wire harness with the wire tie, and then you'll thread it through the upright. Alright, now that we've threaded the upright wire harness through the upright, you're going to want to leave the wire tie on so that if it falls back in, you can pull it back out. Now we're going to bolt the upright in.
Okay, so what we already went ahead and did is we attached the washers to the bolt, and we already put it into the first hole. So now what we want to do is put the spacer on the bolt like that. We're going to turn it, and make sure you don't pinch the wires while you're attaching your bolts.
For the next step, we'll need to get the console. You'll turn it to the back, and you'll need to remove these two screws to take this frame out.
Okay, so now that we got the frame out of the console, we're going to bolt it to the uprights. You're going to get your star washer, your bolts, and go up from the bottom. Then you're going to get your Allen wrench. Okay, so our next step is we're going to attach the left handrail to the upright and the console frame. Slide that on there. Then you're going to screw the two bolts right here and right here underneath that frame with your Allen wrench.
Now we'll attach the console, but first, if you had any problems getting the handrails attached, you can loosen the bolts so they'll slide on easier. So first, we'll want to remove this wire tie. Then we'll go ahead and attach the upright wire harness. You'll want to line up the colors. Then we'll attach the ground wires. Then the console will just slide right on. So now that we have the console on, we're going to screw it in with 8 screws into the console frame. Now we're going to attach the pulse bar bottom. You attach it with the same 6 screws.
Okay, so now we're going to attach the handrail covers. This one screws on, the other one will snap on.
Now we're going to attach the latch assembly. Make sure the bigger end is down and that the knob is pointing inwards. And you'll want to attach the top first. And the very last step is to insert the cap into the bottom and then attach the bottom piece.
Thanks for joining us.
Enjoy your workout.